welcome to the Rogue Sims Live. Today I'm actually going to be doing another speed build. I named this one Harding House. So I'm just trying to fix the roof. I don't particularly like building roofs whatsoever on The Sims. Obviously this doesn't give you the auto option that you used to be able to do in Sims 2 and 3. So yeah, I'm just adding the door and the windows. It's actually meant to be a basic house, you know, a starter home, but I kind of went over after I had done the front of the house, you know, with all of the flowers and decoration and things, because it's one of my favourites. So I had to, you know, I still decided to keep it, but it was a little bit, you know, over budget. I had trouble finding the perfect window size, you know, to fit in here, so I ended up just giving up and just going with the long window in the end. And I quite like the windows, but the roof, it was just annoying me. It just didn't look right. And it didn't look right because I couldn't fit the bay window, so I just decided to go back. So I'm just adding the bathroom and the bedroom. And it's actually going to be 2 bedrooms, so this is the second, you know, blocking off the hallway. So basically everything is very, very cheap, so it's like the cheapest you know, item in that section. So let's go to the front and just adding the brick area to these, and then, you know, just the wooden cladding, I think you call it, the white. So let's get that finished up, and then the roof. I don't particularly like the roofing. I don't think it goes with the building, but I couldn't find anything more that was, you know, suitable for the dark stone, you know, to go with the roof. So let's start with the bathroom. I always choose, you know, the same colours most of the time that I, you know, build, so this is actually a bit of a challenge for me, you know, to change things up. So I decided to stick with the wood, and I wish there was, you know, more colour choices for the wallpaper. I just think that they all just become repetitive. So we're just adding the doors on there, and then we'll start in the bathroom. So cheap bath, cheap toilet, and, you know, a cheap sink. Then onto the bedroom. Nothing matches. There's only a few things that match, but, you know, in the end we had to go with the cheapest option. So just add in flowers, and I wanted a table, you know, like in the centre, but I couldn't find anything, so I just decided to go with, like, I think is it like a statue type thing, cube. So, and then decided to go for the lady. And in the kitchen I went for the expensive oven with the pink, which I quite liked, so I went back in with the cheapest for the pink fridge, and then, you know, the pink countertops. I'm not a lover of it. It looks more purple than pink, but, you know, there's not, you know, the bright, you know, the light pink to go with it. So then onto the living area, I did, you know, the cheap TV, a cheap sofa, and then I couldn't decide whether I wanted that to be like the coffee table, and I just decided to, you know, scrap it and go with a different one. You know, fiddling about with the rugs, and just decided to go for that one. I think it's like peachy coloured pink. So here we are, just doing the exterior. So now moving on to the outside, adding in the stone path, and this is where I get carried away every time I actually, you know, do the outside. So adding in, at this point the property was actually, I think it was about 18,000 simoleons, and then by the time I'd finished it, it was about 23. But obviously, if you've got more than one sim, you should, I think we can actually, add them into the property, or just, get them a bit extra money and we can move a sim into there. So just adding a few more flowers, then adding the dirt underneath, just make it look a bit more realistic. Then I'm not sure what it's actually called, but it's like a big, leafy thing. So adding some rocks and then a big tree. So what I'm actually going to be, doing in this property is I've got rid of all of the houses in the, in Oasis Springs, and I'll actually be doing all of the properties, and then we will actually be creating the sims to move them into the houses, and then obviously, doing the gameplay. So I hope that people do stick along with what I'm actually doing, and at the end I'll just add some snapshots of Harding House, and hope that you enjoy. Thank you.